I'm going to be doing this. Just basically every paragraph of this introduction, I'm going to be telling you in my own words why it's awesome and why it's right. But I'm not going to read this one directly. He goes on to describe what modern historians... This book was published in 1998. That means that everybody before 1998 and everybody before graduate students in 1999 did not have access to this specific criticism that he makes. That historians, unlike folklorologists, or whatever they call themselves, mythographers, mythologists, believed that people before the 1900s literally couldn't distinguish between a waking and between the waking world and dreams. So I'm sure you've heard, if you've come to me because I'm talking folklore and I'm talking ghosts and I'm talking medieval magic, you've probably listened to that podcast or watched the Amazon original lore. And so he tells all kinds of stories about even very close to modern, colonial era, pilgrims, what we think of as like the pilgrim colonists, stories from the witch trials of floating beds and people sober. Now, you got to remember, they were drunk, but sober-minded, that is, doubtful, critical, logical, reasonable people were like, that's an impossible thing that just happened. Magic just happened. That bed just got up and floated around, or that woman just floated around the room. And what modern historians, like, until 1998, were saying, and even after 1998, because you got to remember, this guy wrote this criticism, and not every historian that read this criticism, because not every historian read this book, not every historian was interested, changed their approach, even to teaching their students. That's why I said there is a dividing line between good and bad professional history, and it's the year 2008. The market crash took away all of the public funding from the history section, from the actual humanities, took it all. It's gone, been gone since 2008. How do I know that? I married a woman who had a history master's and wanted to go into public history. Yep, all the money dried up the year she started her master's. And I was just abused into homelessness by a woman who was upset because she had a public history master's and couldn't work with it. So she needed to lash out at somebody, and I am a very easy and convenient victim. These people could tell the difference between being awake and dreaming. There is a reason that the test is to pinch yourself. That has existed for how long? Because weird shit happens. And people would go, oh, this impossible thing is happening. I felt myself pinch that. I'm alive and awake for this. Historian's fallacy. The condescension that what happened to you didn't happen to you because some university professor doesn't believe you. UFO stuff.